All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. I'm just checking in on your week here, and usually, what do? I usually sit here in my fucking pajamas. I fucking, give you a little half hour of fucking bullshit to try. What? It's payday, right? You don't need a full show. You're probably half in the bag at a fucking El Torito at this point. If you're listening to it, you shouldn't be driving. But every once in a while, I do have a guest. And today, we have the great Joe Rogan.
Hey!
Fucking Grand National Champion of Taekwondo, sitcom star, fucking reality show commentator, right across the board, elk hunter, wild boar hunter, fucking... I don't know what else, fucking conspiracy theory, fucking whatever you want. This guy is his own fucking entity, and he has a brand new killer special on Netflix entitled Triggered. Please welcome Joe Rogan.
Thanks, Bill Burr.
What's going on? Long time coming, dude.
I know.
Long time coming.
I love your show.
I have
and you've been on mine a bunch of times, so it's cool to be on yours.
But you're a big interview guy. I'm like a fucking lunatic who just sits in the corner of his house. And every once in a while, my wife walks by. And
I love the style that you do because it's very unique. I've done a couple like that where I answer questions and stuff like that, but it's a very unique style of, I think it lends itself really well to stand up and to developing bits too.
I just didn't want to deal with having to book. You're fine. You're simple. You're okay. Come down to my studio. Perfect. You know what I mean? But I just didn't want to. I saw what other people were going through. I got an audition. Can we make it 4:00? And I was just like, I don't want to fucking deal with that stuff. But when if everyone could be a guest like yourself, can I start with the elk thing?
Yeah.
Because I am fascinated with hunting. I think it's badass. I think everybody should know how to do it. And I'm not I am an animal lover, but I'm not going to be that hypocritical one that fucking eats chickens that had their fucking beaks clipped off and they got the roided out Mark McGuire breastplate and they're tipping over in the coops, all that shit that you see. And then I'm going to be like, oh, how could you shoot a fucking pheasant or whatever the hell you're shooting out there? But I retweeted a picture of, you got this, what is it? You said it was a 12-pointer, or how do you say, 6 and 6?
It's a 6x6, they call it. A
straight
6x6 elk.
It's a 6x6. All right, so that means
it's a big elk. I've shot 3 elk. That's the biggest one by far. That one was monstrous. It was huge. So
what is the? This is the thing that always fascinates me about hunting shows, is the nervousness and the whispering before you take the shot. They're always like, okay, there it is. Just relax. Okay, exhale and just if you miss, is the fucking thing going to come running at you? That's what it seems like, because it doesn't have.
You're trying not to spook it because you have to have it close enough for you to shoot it. Depending upon how you're shooting it. If you're shooting it with a bow and arrow, you got to be real close. You got to be inside of 60 yards most of the time.
Bow and arrow's badass.
I shot one with a bow and arrow. That one out there, the big one, I shot with a rifle.
Dude, a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's the shit. I saw Ted Nugent. He shot a fucking bear. Which I could never do. I fucking love bears. There's certain animals, but you know what I mean?
Bears are interesting. I've shot bears.
You shot a bear?
I eat bears. I'll get you some bear sausage.
I can't eat a bear.
I've shot 3 bears with a bow and arrow.
I can't eat a bear.
They're good. And
dude,
if you
I bet
knew
you're
about
delicious.
Bears,
I bet you're delicious. You're like a fucking sirloin.
Well, we look at bears.
A filet mignon. You got no fat on you.
Like tender and juicy.
That's what I've always felt that about you, Joe.
Thank you. We think of bears, I think, very incorrectly, because with what the word anthropomorphization means when you put human characteristics in animals like Yogi Bear and shit like that.
Or you make them ride a bicycle at the circus.
We have this idea that bears are these cute things, but where my friend lives in Alberta, where I hunt, they literally have to shoot them because they don't have any predators. So if bears don't have any predators, and they just breed and they keep breeding, and then they decimate the moose population, the elk population, and they cannibalize each other. That's the thing that most people...
So they kind of handle it in-house.
Sort of, but they eat babies. That's what they do most of the time.
What do you mean eat babies?
They eat their own babies.
They're kind of sliders. Little black bear sliders. Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, it's brutal to see. We've stumbled across paws and stuff from cubs with the male boars. That's what the ones.
Let me ask you this: when you just find a baby bear paw in the woods, a part of your soul has to just fucking... It's got to die or cry out. That's something I never want to see.
It's very strange. I do have to admit, though, that bear hunting's not... I don't like it as much as hunting other animals. If I had to choose like what animals to hunt. And you can eat bear, by the way, and that's the only things that I hunt is what I eat. Black bear. You can eat grizzly bear, but they don't taste good. And most of the reason for that, because grizzly bears mostly eat meat. They eat a few berries. If you can find a grizzly bear that was just eating berries, it would probably taste delicious. They literally taste like what they eat. Like hunters try to go after bears that eat berries, like black bears in particular. In the fall, they'll eat blueberries. They call them blueberry bears because, like, as you're opening them up, their fat is like a purple color. And it tastes like blueberries. And apparently it's the most delicious meat in the world.
So without them realizing they're already marinating themselves.
Exactly.
For you guys
they're
that are going to show
themselves.
up. Wow.
They're seasoning themselves. But my all-time favorite animals are elk. That's the best. They taste the best for you. And
you gave me that elk meat, whatever the last time I was on here, and I made a chili out of it, and then the fucking elk burgers, it's a little dry. Somebody gave me a hint to put a little bit of butter in there to kind of,
yes,
make it, you needed something like an egg or something to make it stick together a little bit.
Yeah, well, you don't want to cook it too much because it's super lean. There's no fat in it.
No, I put a piece of Swiss cheese and some prosciutto on top.
Nice.
It's fucking insane.
You feel good when you eat it too. It's a powerful food. There's a lot of energy in those. There's so much nutrients in elk. It's like way more protein dense, way more nutrient dense.
Plus, they're kind of like, because they're wild. I know, like, the human, like, footprint, as they said, acid rain and all the fucking horse shit we do. But at least I would like to think it's kind of away from the GMOs and all that.
It's a way as you can get.
So, and who knows what GMOs do to you? But, like, the fresh shit tastes better, though. It does taste better. It does taste better.
I mean, GMOs, everything's that's a weird word. Like, if you talk to real scientists about GMOs, most of the time when you talk about GMOs, you're talking to hippies. And like, yeah, man, you got to stay away from GMOs. Genetically modified. It's giving us cancer. It's terrible for the water. But real GMOs is almost everything we eat. Every tomato you eat is genetically modified.
Right.
They've all been altered. Corn,
we're kind of like guinea pigs to see like what's going to happen.
Sort of, but most of it is just splicing. Like I just found this out recently. When you buy pistachios, there's a place up in Northern California where they grow
pistachios or stachios.
Either way, pistachios. Pretend who you're talking to.
You sounded very regal when you did that.
Thank you.
Pistachios. When Joe Rogan eats a pistachio,
I like it with tea. Shelled, of course. I don't shell them myself. I buy shelled pistachios, and I feel like I'm cheating because I just take big handfuls of them and shove them in my fat face.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
there's a reason why there's a shell on them, because if you don't, you're going to eat 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I buy them in these big, 2-pound boxes, and I just pour them in my hands, and I eat them. They're good. Good for you, too. It's kind of guilt-free, but you feel like you're cheating. Like you don't have to crack them.
I know. I steered you off course there.
So what they were doing when they grow these pistachios, the pistachio trees, the pistachio bushes are not a big, strong tree. So they graft the limbs of the pistachio tree onto like an avocado tree, a thicker, stronger tree. And they grow pistachios on an avocado tree. Like, what the fuck?
But, Joe, aren't we playing God at that point?
We are. Well, we're playing God by driving cars, too. We're playing God by flying planes.
That shit is, first of all, I thought pistachios came from the ground. I thought peanuts were in the ground.
Peanuts. I think peanuts are in the ground.
Is a pistachio not a nut?
No. Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer. How did he do it? Should ask him.
I think it was in the ground.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. That's why I want to hunt.
Carrots are in the ground.
Yes, they are. Worms are in the ground.
Do you grow any vegetables?
This is us trying to recover that we don't know any shit. Worms are in the ground.
Birds are in the sky.
Dirt. Yeah. Do I know? I mean, the guy who cuts the grass fucking put him on. So I got tomatoes, I got lemons and limes. But all that did was just make me fucking like booze more. Because totally got into tequila. It's like there's only so much guacamole you can eat. You're just like, what the fuck else can I do with this shit? So I kind of got into tequila. It's less of a hangover. And dude, I'm telling you, you get one of those big square ice cubes. A really nice tequila, just like a Patron Silver. You put that in there, and then you go pick a fucking lime off. I'm telling you, it's why I live out here. It's not the showbiz. It's the booze.
I got a buddy of mine who just got done running the Bigfoot 200. He ran 204 fucking miles. 205 miles in 78 hours. 3 days of running. 3 days
no fucking way.
Yes, fucking way. Yep, it's called the Bigfoot 200. It's all documented.
That's like running 60 to 70 miles a day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe less than that. 50, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm
whatever
good
it is.
With numbers.
Yeah, 70s, 21.
I'll say 63. I'm going 63 miles a day.
I like what you're saying. 3 is 9. I like it. 18. Yeah, He's run hundreds a couple of times. He actually ran 100 in June to prepare for the 200 in August. It's crazy.
So his half marathon is 4 marathons, basically, essentially.
He's a fucking animal. I mean, he runs...
Does he run with those feet sneakers?
No.
We can see the toes?
No, he's sponsored by Under Armour, so he wears the Under Armour fat tire shoes. It's a nice cushiony shoe. But he'll run 14, 15 miles a day, every day.
Who came up with that?
Bigfoot 200, savages, fucking barbarians. His name's Cameron Haynes. He's a professional bow hunter. And to get in shape for bow hunting, because bow hunting is all about like climbing up mountains and shit, especially when you're hunting elk. I hunt with that guy, and it's fucking exhausting. And I'm in pretty good shape. I'm not in great shape, but I'm in pretty good shape. I could barely keep up with him. I mean, barely. He's barely out of breath, and I'm fucking dying. I'm drenched in sweat, heaving, and trying to follow him. Because, like,
well, you don't want to bring me along for that one, then.
Or anybody else. I mean, the way he does it is a very unique... He's like one of the most successful elk hunters in the world. And one of the reasons is his shape. Because he can get to places... Like, if you see an elk, and the elk goes over the ridge, the key is you got to get to that fucking elk quickly. Because it's moving over that ridge, right? So if you're looking at an elk, and it goes over the top of a hill and goes to the other side... The quicker you can get to that, the closer it's going to be to that hill. You got to get within 60 yards, and you don't know how far it's going to move in the time it takes you to get up there. Well, it takes me maybe 10 minutes to get up there. It'll take him 2 minutes. So by those extra 8 minutes, that fucking elk's way out of range. You go down the hill after it, it's going to see you. You're never going to get a shot at it. So he has way more shot opportunities.
Do you have any like the one that got away? Sort of shot, like you had it, you lined it up and whatever, you exhaled at the wrong time and you missed it and then it took off?
That's elk hunting. So I had 5 of those 2 weeks ago. There's 5 of those, at least, maybe 6. We hunted I shot that one with a rifle because we just couldn't get close enough with a bow.
After 5, do you feel your guide going like, dude, are you going to fucking kill one here? Is there more pressure?
No, that's just how it is. Elk hunting is hard. When you shoot an elk, you fucking earn it.
When are you going to go wild boar hunting again?
I'm going with you. You and I are going to go. We're going to schedule something soon. We'll schedule something. Let's schedule something like maybe after Christmas.
Yeah, get me an Uzi and then I'll go.
No. I'm going to get you.
Yes. Ah!